Cognitive Neuroscience and Early Emotions Theories. A.Rosedale, Aspen University, EDP-818, Cognitive and Affective Principles in Psychology. Dr. Eric Eastman, May 2nd, 2022. Cognitive intelligence is defined as the human understanding and mental ability developed through experiences, senses, and thinking. Cognitive intelligence is the ability to create knowledge by using existing information. Cognitive intelligence also includes other functions such as learning, memory, reasoning, judgment, and attention. Cognitive intelligence involves the human brain's ability to digest information and from the meaning from the information. Cognitive intelligence uses existing knowledge that increases with different experiences. Cognitive intelligence is broken down into three models: linguistic, logical-mathematical, and spatial. Linguistic intelligence includes spoken and written language, the ability to learn languages, and the capacity to use language to accomplish specific goals. In the cognitive linguistic model, there is an importance placed on the link between the study of language and the mind. In the logical mathematical model, intelligence is the ability to size up a situation, investigate key aspects of the situation, and identify solutions. Individuals who use the logical mathematical model tend to think about patterns, relationships, and numbers. Individuals with logical mathematical intelligence enjoy abstract ideas and are drawn to problem solving. The spatial intelligence cognitive model involves the ability to perceive and gain insight from visual data. The spatial cognitive process involves aptitude for visual information as well as the ability to visualize information. Also called visual intelligence, people with this cognitive intelligence ability create images that can effectively explain concepts and designs. Cognitive intelligence falls into three categories of linguistics intelligence, logical mathematical intelligence, and spatial intelligence. Cognitive intelligence generates intelligence through information and the processing of experiences. Cognitive intelligence refers to reasoning, information processing, and mental focus. Cognitive intelligence is contrasted by emotional intelligence. The processing of emotions is important because it builds resilience. Processing emotions is a learned skill and can undertake in different ways by individuals who have strengths of cognitive intelligence. Recognizing and processing emotions allows the ability to calm down, handle difficult situations, and build a healthier lifestyle. Analytical, creative, and practical persons tackle the processing of emotions in different ways. Analytical intelligence is an important skill in solving a problem or making a decision. Those using analytical skills seek out concrete facts and are detail-oriented. The brain possesses information differently than how it processes analytical information. Because research shows that one cannot be analytical and emotional at the same time, an analytical thinker has to recognize when they need to switch from analytical thinking to emotional process thinking. Creative persons tend to be more emotional and use their emotions to increase their creativity. Where emotions can often overwhelm anyone, especially creative ones, proper recognition and harnessing of emotions can lead to greater creativity output and in turn a better control to overcome emotion. Managing of one's feelings or emotions is called emotional self-regulation. Practical efforts to control emotions include labeling emotions, reframing thoughts, and engaging in a mood booster. Labeling emotions is acknowledging how one is feeling, whether it's creative, depressed, or excited. Reframing thoughts involves gaining a different perspective of the situation at hand and redirecting energies to be able to control the emotions. Engaging in a mood booster is to engage in an activity that will assist in the reframing and move from negative feelings to positive feelings. Mood boosters are doing something one enjoys, like taking a walk, listening to motivational music, or engaging in a pep talk with a friend. Processing emotion relies on the way one thinks and processes other elements. Analytical thinkers need to be able to separate their emotions from the thought processes, and the two do not mix. Creative thinkers can harness emotions to increase creativity, but need to be careful not to allow emotions to overwhelm them. Practical processing of emotions should be conducted in orderly steps to ensure emotions are handled properly and managed accordingly. Understanding cognitive psychology is important because it plays a role in learning, attention, and in memory. Cognitive psychology can also provide an understanding into the conditions that affect how people function. Cognitive psychology looks at a wide range of mental processes and how people use language to process information, perceive their surroundings, and how they use language. Psychologists who study cognitive psychology build models of information that occurs within people's minds, involving perception, attention, language, memory, consciousness, and thinking. Cognitive psychologists try to build up cognitive models of the information processing that goes on inside people's minds, including perception, attention, language, memory, thinking, and consciousness. Cognitive neuroscience studies how the brain enables the functions of the mind. Studying the brain looks at how the neurons operate and communicate within the human brain. Cognitive psychology and the study of artificial intelligence is used to test models of higher levels of thought and language. Cognitive neuroscience connects how the brain works and how neurons process. It is important to understand the connection between cognitive psychology and cognitive neuroscience, because this connection shows the relationship between the traditional mind and the brain. While looking at the theoretical basis of cognitive neuroscience, the influence and significance relating to the brain development in regard to social and emotional changes and cognitive advances. The biological basis for intelligence believes that an intelligence quota, IQ, is generally genetically determined, and that the IQ between different groups are caused by the biological differences between them. The IQ represents the brain functions such as the speed of neurotransmissions or the efficiency of a brain's functioning, which can be recorded and measured by the performance of simple tasks. Intelligence testing in the workplace is used to match the right candidate with the right job. Understanding how a candidate will react to certain situations is important for a potential employer to understand the skills a potential team member brings with them. The right person for the right job can lead organizations in hiring their potential future leaders and ensuring the success of their organization. Recognizing the lack of emotional boundaries in the workplace is important because it identifies problems that exist or may develop within a team. When a toxic work environments develop, work productivity declines, and retention of employees cannot be achieved. 4 signs that there is a lack of emotional boundaries in the workplace include tension among coworkers, resentment or unvoiced anger, frustration exhibited by team members, and discomfort or awkwardness among coworkers. In order to limit the negative effects of a lack of emotional boundaries in the workplace, limits need to be set. Communication needs to be clear and open in both directions, and delegation needs to occur on a more frequent basis. Leaders should create a structure where employees feel they can reach out and be responded to in a timely fashion. Leaders need to be prepared for pushback from those who do not want changes in the workplace and be prepared to enforce the new systems.